All right, here we go. A few days late, but here is update number 3 on the straight axle James Duff suspension EB2. Got a couple days ago, me and my buddy finished prepping, and he laid down some nice satin black from Summit. Got rid of all the rust on the roof, the hood, and the cowl. Turned out great. I cleaned up while I was waiting for everything to dry. I also figured out how to make the back glass removable on this by popping the 2 clips on the lower end of the shocks, and then on the 2 hinges there are studs that go through the glass with nuts that I can just go ahead and remove them 2 nuts, and the whole back glass can come out for wheeling. Don't have to worry about breaking it, and anyone that's driven a Bronco 2 without air knows airflow through them is terrible. So this would be nice to be able to remove it. Scuffed up, clean the floors, put down some bed liner on the back part here, at least up to where I gotta cut out the floors, do some patching up there. Got the patch panel for the floor up there, I gotta start doing that. Been sitting on a nice little, I can't remember who made this, but nice little fire extinguisher mount, quick release. I'll mount that back here somewhere, I think. I got it, might as well use it. Again, loving that. So, here is the completed. I'm digging the new satin paint, working with the rest of the original paint. I think we're going to leave it as is. Digging the patina. Put some Genrite hood vents in here. Let some heat out. I think any little bit I can get out will help. Threw a 2 bumper on there. I got to do some modifications. New brackets. I got to lower it. I'm not going to run a winch on this truck. I'm going to take the fair lead off. I want to lower the bumper, suck it in tighter to the body. Just put some really good recovery points front and rear on this, and just hope that whoever I go wheeling with has a winch in case I need it. Under the hood, got some more work done under here. I got the heater box swapped out. Put the non-AC one in there. Cut out the notch for the valve cover clearance right there. Pretty easy, just cut it out, flipped it, and plastic welded it back in. Gonna keep the little relay cover thing there. Gonna put all my lighting relays and computer relay underneath there. Took the pinch weld, sliced that, and rolled it back, and there's my other hole I got to patch in the floor. So I made a little bit of clearance there for the bell housing, so I won't have to deal with no body lifts or nothing on this. Got the all the Duff suspension parts for the straight axle swap are now in. Coil buckets are in. The dual shock mounts are in. Track bar mount bolted in. Had to come up with a couple little things on my own here. I don't know as far as these things working together, if it was something I thought about or not, but as far as the track bar mount goes, you can see there I had to stack a couple washers to make up the difference. The track bar does not mount flush to the frame rail. It's got to sit on top of the coil bucket, so there was a small gap there. So I had to take that up with some spacers, and also the 2 bolts that were supposed to go through there were not long enough then, so I had to come up with some new bolts, some longer ones, make sure I had enough there. So that's all done. Put a drop pitman arm, matter of fact, today while I was there. Now the V8 motor mounts, that's the only other thing I haven't quite figured out yet. I really don't know if Duff had considered using those V8 motor mounts with this track bar setup or not. I don't know, just reading the directions, it's not real clear to me exactly where these holes are supposed to be. Too many other holes to go off of. You can see there I have marked where I think one of the holes is supposed to be, or a slot. And then over here is another one where I think it's supposed to be, but very, very close to that other bolt for the track bar mount. So the motor mount is definitely not going to sit there. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do about that just yet. I think tomorrow will be a nice day weather-wise. I'm going to put the motor on the cherry picker and set it in here and see what I can come up with. I'm hoping I don't have to go back to the V6 mounts with the little flat plates like most people do. I was really hoping to use these Duff ones. Trying to do things right. But yeah, I'll see what I can come up with tomorrow. I also clearanced the front edge of the fenders. They were all kind of banged up. My buddy Dennis, when we did all the paint, banged those out. Really nice. Trimmed off the bottom edge there, so when I lower the bumper, that'll kind of wrap around there. It'll look more like it's supposed to be that way. So, man, sure feels like I did a heck of a lot more than that in the last couple of days, but I guess that's it. That's the update for today. Then any luck tomorrow, the motor will be sitting in here. Then I can roll the front axle in, and I can hopefully maybe get that in, get the springs in it, and see what the front ride height's going to look like. So there you go. That's the update for today on Gilligan, the EB2. So until the next one, later.